you're selling the same thing as someone else, it's pretty much impossible to win on Amazon. The only thing you can do is compete on price and on reviews, and you're going to get your ass kicked every single day with that. Recipe for disaster, especially with more and more factories selling direct. So what the hell do you do? Well, you have to differentiate your product. How do you do that? In this video, I'm going to show you. If you are selling the same thing as everybody else, like look at these meat thermometers, they are just the same thing. And so the only thing you've got to go on is the price and the reviews. And even the reviews, you could argue that something that's got 7,000 reviews, well, would you really give a shit? Competing against something with 30,000 reviews, would that be a big thing for you? Or would you just kind of say to yourself, 7,000 is enough? And by the way, those 7,000, well, that's a higher overall star rating by 0.1. That's interesting. So how do you differentiate your product? How do you make your product your own? So first up, do not try and differentiate on price, especially if you are in a sector where you are selling the same thing everybody else. That's going to be very, very difficult for you to do. Better instead to differentiate in other ways. But price is the worst way to differentiate, okay? What I would do is I would start with improving the listing. Let's just have a look at these ones here. For me, it would be that image because it's orange and it just kind of stands out more. But for other people, and there's no right or wrong answer, it's just like what stands out for you, it's this image, okay? So clearly the image is a point of differentiation, okay? So it's worthwhile paying for good images. It's worthwhile considering the images, okay? So you want to improve the listing, can be a massive point of differentiation. The packaging. So it's not done very well. However, look at this and look at this. Look at the packaging. It says lifetime warranty on the packaging. And because packaging comes with the product, it can be included on the hero image. So if you thought about that, that ought to tell you that you can put a really, really big claim on the packaging that you couldn't put in the listing, for instance, okay? You can do that. You should do that. That's a really cool thing to do. That's a real point of differentiation that doesn't really cost you anything at all, okay? The other thing, reading the negative reviews, we're going to go through this in a little while, but reading through the negative reviews of other people's products and seeing what the problems are with those products, and then making a big list of those problems, going back to your supplier and saying, here's the things I want to improve about my product. Here's the things I want to improve about my products. Very, very underrated, super easy to do. You can even outsource that to somebody else on Fiverr, for instance, to do that for you, to get a list of potential improvements that you can make. Next up is the design elements, especially, for instance, here, like that's a different design. That's a different design looking than these. Notice that they're all got that kind of crossbow, not crossbow, like bow, and that bow kind of shape to them, almost like a pair of lips, whereas that's got a straight across one, okay? That's just a design feature. Simple as that can make it stand out from the page, okay? How else can you differentiate? Adding value, you could add value. So somebody mentioned as well that this was waterproof. Well, that's a value add. Here's a waterproof meat thermometer. Now, I question the necessity of having a waterproof meat thermometer. I would have thought that heat proof, because it probably gets used on a barbecue, would be the better thing to have. Still, it's an improvement, okay? Something what somebody's thought through. The other one, we're going to get to that in a second, is bonus items. Oh, adding value, bundling. Bundling the product is a great value add. And Dean suggested that you could bundle it with a pair of tongs. And that's great. That's a really good, or a pair of barbecue gloves could also be a bundle, or some barbecue marinade spices could also be a bundle. So lots and lots of different ways to bundle that. And the converse of that would be, you know, if we instead look for meat spices, barbecue spices. Oh, wait, they don't spell it like that, do they? Barbecue sauces. Well, if I was selling a barbecue sauce, maybe I could bundle the barbecue sauce with the meat thermometer. Because if you look from Alibaba, those things are like $1 a pop. Okay, they're super cheap. What else have we got? A bonus item could work well. Something like in this case, a recipe book could work well. In this case, I don't think you need a warranty for that. What else could you add as a result of that? Recipe book, recipe videos could be kind of cool with it as well. The final thing you can differentiate, which is still very, very cheap to do, I mean, we haven't really talked about anything expensive yet, would be brand registry. So brand registry is a real point of difference. Brand registry, massive point of difference. It adds so much to your listing to get brand registry for it that it's still a point of difference. I argue that now it's very, very difficult to make it a success on Amazon without brand registry. But still, if other competitors don't have it, you can add it and it becomes something you can really as a point of difference for you. So that's how you can really, really make a difference and make a difference to your products and differentiate your products on Amazon. Okay, that's an easy way of doing that. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. Now, if you haven't already, you might want to go and check out the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. The link is in the description to go. While you're looking down there, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe too, because we post brand new money-making information just like this each and every day. By the way, Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, over 2,500 of us in the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We're actually the fastest growing community of professional e-commerce sellers here in Australia, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. Be sure to check us out. The link's in the description to go, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.